What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. And ladies and gentlemen, so I just read the article. No, I'm lying. I just didn't read the article. I just read the tweets. Some EA developer, I'm sorry, some Dice developer said that call the Xbox One and Xbone. That DX12 won't close the performance gap between the PS4 and the Xbox One. Didn't really know it was that huge of a big performance gap. Still to this date, the Xbox One is still the only only console, I'm sorry, to have an exclusive that's 1080p locked 60 frames a second. But neither here or here. There's no, as far as hardware wise, out of the gate, the PS4 is slightly more powerful than the Xbox One, but with software tools and new dev kits, of course, with the cloud, DX12, and Microsoft is going to close the gap. And like I said, I lean more towards what developers that has their hand on with the technology, and I really don't pay Microsoft as liars. If you go back to what Albert Pinello said, there's no way in hell we would give our biggest competitor a 30% advantage of things that does not quite yet known about our console. But you are entitled to your opinion. It's just not the thing. This is not the issue here. But this Dice developer. Now, mind you, this is not some YouTuber. This is quote unquote someone that works for a company. It's supposed to be a professional. He's teasing, Xbox fans. First of all, for a developer to come out and call the Xbox One the Xbone, a lot of Xbox consumers consider this as disrespectful. You know what I mean? And he was talking about saying, yeah, I want me a pony. And so like I said, I normally don't tweet developers. So I tweet him like, you know where that Sony pony stuff come from? I'm the one that started that whole crave of Sony pony. Go back and check the records. Those who know, like I've been reading this Xbox flag here since day one. It's just for fun. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. It's like, EA coming out and calling the PlayStation 4 the indie machine or the pony machine. It's disrespectful. You know what I mean? And this is supposed to be a professional. Now, mind you, you already have you're shipping out this game, Star Wars Battlefront, with no in-game voice chat. You know what I mean? No single-player campaign. You know what I mean? Now, no private matches. So before I can even, mind you, the game is not going to have any in-game voice chat. It's not even going to have any private matches I can play and talk with my friends. Come on now. And that's what you should be worried about. You know what I mean? But you're going to come out and antagonize the whole Xbox, fan base. So that's crazy. You know what I mean? End of the day, and I'll still like this in the day. I like the Battlefront series. I always have. I like the fact that those who know me, I don't really care much for first-person shooters. You know what I mean? But I do prefer third-person shooters. So even though with all of the 720p and even not in-game voice chat, a couple of my friends talked me into it because they were all buying it. I'm no longer buying this game. I'm sorry. So this guy comes out and apologizes to the Xbox community, or I'm not saying like anybody lose their job. Everyone has a family to feed, but we're not talking about some me crap showstopper, Mooch, Tim Dog, anybody from Big Game or Small Talk, Worry Water, or whatever. We're not talking about someone with a small tool. This guy works for a damn near $1 billion company, and he comes out and disrespect. I thought EA and Microsoft had a great partnership, EA Access and all this stuff, and he comes out and says these type of things. I'm gonna leave his, like I said, I'm gonna leave his Twitter handle down below. And you guys, if you think I'm jiving, go back and look at this guy's tweets. What? Listen, now it's like as far as developers, okay, we're not talking about consumers or fans. If you're a developer, you're supposed to be neutral. I've never even heard a developer come out and disrespect the Wii U and call that an anemic or whatever. Really, It's like, calling Wii U owners Wii U weirdos. Of the Xbone or the Xbox. This guy is bugging on his Twitter timeline. I don't know if he got fired or got laid off. I don't even know if this guy's a janitor or not, but supposedly he does work for, for DICE. I've just never seen a developer come out and be blatantly disrespectful towards a console. People that are going to spend their money with you. That's the crazy part. Now, I can see if your games wasn't on the, say, quote unquote, the Wii U, when you say something like out your mouth, fine. But your game is coming out and you're looking to try to sell millions of copies on the Xbox One, and you come out and call the Xbone is underpowered. Then he had the nerve to say that Microsoft would never get the faith back into the consumers. And I'm like, yo, I'm reading this shit like, what the hell is this guy? What was it? He's some type of fanboy or something? Like, this should he sound like? He sound like next gen 720. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm just for real. All jokes aside, this is not even a joke any matter. Like, I normally don't. Again, I don't tweet developers. I don't see. I even reached out to Ann Greenberg and was like, yo, and I don't involve any of them guys. And one thing about me, I don't really tweet Ann Greenberg, Phil Spencer, or anything. But I inbox, I'm like, who the hell is this spread? You know what I mean? I'm reading this, I'm like, for real. And I don't take any of this console, quote unquote, stuff to heart. But he was being very disrespectful for us, the Xbox fan base. And you want me to give you my money? And by that, you're putting out an online shooter without any in-game voice chat. You guys know how I feel about that. I'm just calling, I gave Nintendo hell for that, and I still do. You know what I mean? Then, fine. Now you're not even going to have no single-player campaign. Okay, that's another thing. Strike 2. Then you're not even launching any private matches. Strike 3. Then strike 4 here. You calling the Xbox, the Xbone, underpowered. The X12 is not going to perform. They be close to performance gaps. Like, show me a game on the PlayStation 4 that looks 50% better than anything that's on the Xbox One. And if a user, those of the EA that may see this video, I own all the systems. Even a gaming rig that I barely touch on a console do at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But I've been playing video games for a very, very long time. Okay? This is the day and age of social media. We all get it. But which EA, Dice, Peter Moore, whoever else sees this video, because I'm going to tag you all in here. Just go by and check your employees' timeline. And I'm not speaking for all Xbox fans. I'm speaking with those that rock out with me at Next Gen 720 and Big Gamer Small Talk. You know what I mean? That was very, very disrespectful. I feel slighted. You know what I mean? And I cannot spend my money. I'm sorry. I voice my opinion with my wallet. You know what I mean? I may not be the biggest YouTuber in here. And I'm not, whatever the case may be, but I do hold a little weight within this community, this gaming community. And anybody that rocks out with me, we're not going to support that. We can't. You know what I mean? Maybe you may like us in the day. That is very disrespectful. To call the, to Xbox One owners, to call our console anemic, our console of choice underpowered, anemic, and, yada, yada, yada. Then he has the nerve to talking about the Xbox. So all the other developers that came out and said it's going to benefit the Xbox One, all those developers were lying. But this one guy that I never heard of, he knows, he knows what he's talking about. This engine that you guys haven't changed in the last 2-3 years. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're still getting games that are 720, 720p from you guys, whatever the case may be. With all that, still willing to buy this game. But after this guy left those comments, and like I said, I implore you, Dice, EA, whoever works, Peter Moore, look at your employees' timeline. Like, come on, man. I understand that this is the day and age of social media, and you have, like I said, you do have developers that do make themselves accessible more than they ever have been. That's why I said I don't tend to really tweet people, because I'm not saying I'm some huge guy, but I get a lot of tweets and stuff throughout the day. And, sometimes I can get a little, bombarded with this, with that. Fine, you know what I mean? And I respect anybody that rock out with me. So I try to give people their space. And, but I have to speak up on this, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a rebel without a cause. I'm just saying that I found that to be very, very disrespectful. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with a console war. Even if he said those things about a PlayStation 4 or like, come on. Like, you're supposed to be a professional. You're lobbying for our dollars, and you're gonna diss the whole entire fan base, and by calling our console with choice the Xbone. Like, I don't get that. Like, what do you have against Microsoft and the Xbox? It's because it really seems like you have something out against them. Like, I'm just being real. Like, like, you're supposed to be neutral. You don't have a dog in this race. You want sales from both platforms, whether it be the PC or Windows 10 or whatever you get yourself. You want to sell as many multiplayer. You want to sell as many copies as possible. That's the name of the game. But for you guys to come out and disrespect a entire fan base, you know, it is what it is. Now there may be some Xbox fans that don't care about stuff like that, but me personally and the people that I rock out with, I can't support anything like that. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? It's a very beautiful game, and I've always been a fan of the Star Wars, Battlefront series. I have because I like the fact that I can put it in third person. You know what I mean? And I maybe Disney made a mistake. We're going with you guys. I don't know if you guys can't. Like that's crazy. You know, even like check it out. Even it's crazy that Microsoft fired. I forgot the guy's name. That people thought it was so offensive. He said, it's an online deal with it. Even if that was, some people found it offensive. That wasn't that bad. But what this guy said was going on his Twitter on his timeline saying he may block me. And I didn't disrespect the guy. I'm just asking the guy a question. Like, you know what I mean? Just go check him. Like I said, I'll leave his Twitter handle down below. His name was Carl something. And I just think that's crazy. And I'll leave the link to the actual article, Gaming Bowl, so you can see it. Then you can go to his Twitter timeline or whatever the case may be. Let's see if he deletes it or whatever. But I don't know. Did he still work for you guys? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But this is crazy as hell, man. He's going out speaking out about DX12 and like how do you like what do you like? So Brad Waddell, all these people were lying. You know what I mean? Aaron Greenberg is lying. Said that the games that are CPU bound receive a 50% increase. So all those guys are lying, and you're telling the truth. Like he's basically called everyone that's anything positive about DX12. Calling him a liar, you know what I mean? Like that's like what is it to you? Like what dog do you have in this race? You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't understand. And for you to come out and call the Xboxone the Xbone and like that's crazy. But anyway, this is your boy NextGen 720. Pass this video around, man. I do implore you Xbox fans that was on the fence or thinking about buying Star Wars Battlefront 2. Until this guy apologizes or something, to voice your opinion with your dollars, man. I can't get behind sports stuff like that. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm out of here. Bang, bang.